Buongiorno Bianconeri, welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel, and it is watch along time. That's right, we got Spezia and Juve getting ready to take to the pitch and get to the action. We got starting lineups, we got all that. We're going to get into all that fun stuff. Forza Juve, Apex, let's go. We need 3 today, absolutely. This has got to be a must-win game. They're all crucial and important. Obviously, with the circumstances Juve has ahead of them, but this one really has to be a big win. We highlighted in the match day live this morning talking about Spezia and their struggles in lineup. Their back line is very much makeshift. We're looking at them right now as 3-5-2, and again, very makeshift at the back since they lost Jacob Kiwior. Verde's going to be up top. He'll be one to keep an eye off. You've got Shomurodov, but the midfield, Ekdal's in there. You know, you still got some names. Gyasi over as right wing back, but still very much makeshift. Obviously coming off firing their coach as well. They don't score a lot of goals. Only 2 are essentially worse at scoring goals than Spezia in the league. When you look at Juventus, as expected for the starting lineup, 3-5-2. Perin's going to start in goal. You have Danilo, Rugani in for the suspended Bremer, Sandro. Then across the middle, Quadrado, Locatelli, Paredes, Rabiot, and Kostic, with Keane and Vlahovic up top. So creation will rely heavily on Locatelli. And then, of course, our flank play with Quadrado and Kostic. Keane and Vlahovic, let's get some goals. Let's get some goals. Let's get scoring. Like Allegri's grandson said, no more 1-0. No. Okay? No more 1-0. Let's go. Let's go. All right, Anish coming in here. Why do I feel we are drawing today? Hey, to be honest, there have been some shouts today in the Matchday Live that said this game's got draw written all over it. My thoughts are as follows. I thought this could be a potential banana peel game for Juventus before we drew Nantes, because we were banking on victory there and getting the job done. The fact that we didn't, it makes this one all but more have to be that push from Juventus. Okay, so again, we got to expect them to go for it. I don't think this is going to end up a draw, everybody. Do not. It's going to be a draw. But again, I've said this many times this season, and I've had more faith than many in this, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Apex saying, I hope Vlahovic can score again today. We need him to hit a hot streak. Absolutely we do. We need this team in general to hit a hot streak, get a confidence boost, score goals. This team needs to have a multi-goal game and really get it going. Obviously, with what's going on around Juventus, but just especially a big push that we're going to need in France for the second leg against Nantes. They need to boost that confidence, so they need a very convincing victory, and they need to bag some goals today. So, everybody, you got our predictions on the Match Day Live. I'm going to get you guys to drop your predictions in the live chat now. I'm just going to adjust the lighting a little bit. Feels a little too dark. I don't want to fall asleep. Come on. You got to pick it up a bit. That's a bit better. Let's go. Get the lights up. By the way, if you guys saw this, I don't know if you guys saw this. I got this limited Gianluigi Buffon. They only made 2006 of them. So it's $14.99 of 2006 statue from the World Cup. I've never opened this box. It is still sealed. And everybody bugs me about it. And they said, what if it's not actually in there? So I don't know. Maybe one day on a live, we should actually unbox this thing. I don't know. What do you think? Should we unbox that one day? I don't know. People bug me about it sometimes. Say, don't you want to see it? Don't you want? I don't know. I like it sealed up. It's a pretty cool piece, though. I got the Totti and Del Piero as well back there from the World Cup winning sets, all fully sealed. Del Piero, beauty. Alessandro, had to grab it. Look at the shout here. Unbox when Juve wins the Champions League. All right. All right. So we're waiting. We're waiting. Got to get back in that competition and in the knockouts and win a knockout there again. But let's see. Getting ready for this action. Leo, you do not unbox collectible items, right? That's what I'm saying. But hey, everybody's got their thing. $14.99 at 2006. But yeah, I'm with you, Leo. You just don't unbox it. 2-1 shout from Ron Rusitano. We got 2-0 from Apex. I called 2-0. Omer went with 3-0. And Joey Cappuccino with the 2-0. Get your predictions in there, everybody. Who do you think's gonna score a goal? I actually called a own goal. An own goal, most likely from Spezia. Do not forget to like the channel too, and of course subscribe if you're new here. We're looking at Juve and Spezia getting ready to come out of the tunnel here. You've got the traveling fans for Juve waving those flags, chanting. Let's go. I'm ready for this one. I want to see a comfortable victory. Let's go. Sal, unbox. W. All right, Jerry B. Nasty. Early lead, max special, sit back, and then fight for the 1-0 win with hope to Nats. 1-0, eh? Think it's going to be a 1-0. I expect some goals. Expect some goals here. Everybody, let's get those likes up. We got teams coming out of the tunnel. Let's go. Perin in goal. Been a while, it feels, since we've seen Perin, hasn't it? It's been quite some time. Quite some time since we've seen Mattia between the pipes. Rugani in there. That midfield, though, everybody. How are we feeling about this midfield? Like, Rabiot, Paredes, and Locatelli, to me, is very physical and lacking some spice, if you want to call it. Some flair. But, hey, let's see. Let's see what happens. Sal, 2-0 with a third called off. Okay. There you go. Paredes is a surprise. Yeah. I just don't like that midfield trio, man. Rabiot, Paredes, Locatelli. You got to have somebody in there with some spice. But we see. See what happens. Yeah, we called this in the Match Day Live. Luca getting forward a lot. There's many that vouch for him as a Mezzala. For me, he is a two-man pivot midfielder all day. I had an interesting discussion with Romeo Agresti, who spoke to De Scerbi's assistant coach when Locatelli was still at Sassuolo, and it was and Juve was hot on Locatelli's trail. And Romeo was talking to him about him and asked him about him. He said, hey, Locatelli, like, are we getting after him? Like, what's going on? And he said, look, he goes, Luca's amazing. He goes, win 2. The second you add that third midfielder is when some of his struggles come to light. So there it is, right? But, yeah. A Luca goal would be amazing. Absolutely. I actually did call him getting a contribution today, either goal or assist. So let's go. Gonna get to the handshakes here, and then they're gonna do the coin flip, of course. Exchange the flags, and then we get to the action, everybody. Nicolau, Ethan Ampadu, eh? Wow, Kelvin Amian. Katie Sareka, Agudelo, just going over Spezia's lineup here. Incredibly makeshift. They might be the only team out there that's more depleted than Juventus has been at our most. All right. Are we going to get some ref controversy or what? We've had those the past couple games. Ever since we added old Arbitro Nick to our lineup and helping out with content here, all of a sudden we got controversies coming out the yin-yang. So, we going to get any controversy today? Hopefully not. Spezia, white and black, and then Juve. These kits, I actually like these kits, everybody. I'm telling you. See Apex there? I love the kits. I really, really like these. I really, really do. It's cool. The third kits, I'm all for Juve trying some different and doing some. The home, they have to keep it relatively close and traditional for me. That's it. The away, you can even venture off a little bit, but the thirds, you can get fun with the thirds and get wild, sure. But the homes have to be the ones we can't be experimenting with, in my opinion. You know, you got to keep them traditional and classic. All right, getting ready for this one. Getting ready to. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Getting ready to hit go here. Ref's waiting for his last signal from the sides. Let's go. Come on. Pull the trigger. And we got kickoff. Let's go. Rugani's going to bomb it forward. Cleared out. Juve getting back into it. Sandro heading it in. Locatelli gets that one all wrong, but step forward was Rugani. Spezia putting Juve back. This particular a yellow card immediately for Luca there. Wow. Wow, that's a bad challenge too from Luca. Instant yellow there. He is suspended for the Derby della Mola against Torino. So we have him suspended now. Wow. The red mark on the face is for domestic violence. Okay, not what's going on in Syria and Turkey. Wow, Locatelli, quick yellow, a minute in. My word. Joey Cappuccino called first yellow at 20 minutes for Spezia. He got that well off. Hopefully his scoreline prediction isn't as far off as he called 2-0 victory for Juventus. This particular feed I'm watching, the angle that I'm watching this game at is almost like level across the center. It is awful. Holy. There's no overview to it whatsoever almost. Ball pump forward for Keane. He's trying to do his best to sell it. He does. Rabiot steps in there. So this is playing out with Locatelli in the heart. I thought it would be Paredes. Instead, Paredes is to the Mezzala, which is a strange decision in my opinion. I know that Luca's better than him. But he's better than him in both facets. But here's Rabiot and Paredes trying to work forward. Paredes' pass is cut out. And Spezia is going to try to clear it out there. A little bit of pressure from Paredes there. Quadrado trying to close things down on the side. Locatelli steps in, stops it. Ball goes all the way back for Juve. They'll be able to regroup through Rugani. This camera angle is shocking for me. Wow. Can't get over it. Apex 6, he's watching on the same angle. It's pretty rough. All right. Let's go, Juve. Come on. Trying to find Rabiot in the middle there. Oh, he just can't get to that. Had a high boot. Advantage given to Spezia here. The ball went off Rabiot. They're going to see it out for a throw-in. Spezia going all the way to the back. Going to be Ampadu going to Dragowski. Dragowski now just holding it. Vlahovic and Keane splitting the defense at the back for Spezia. It goes over to, Nicolau. Back to Dragowski. Over to Ampadu. Verdi is dropped very, very deep for Spezia. Ampadu going over the top. And that's seen out for a Spezia throw-in by Alexandro. Verdi's going to start to move his way forward now. Amian had gotten ahead of Verdi, so Verdi just held down that position. Spezia moving it around at the back here. A little bit of pressure now coming from Juan Cuadrado. Keane applying pressure now to the back. Spezia's going to have to go route one. They do. Locatelli in position, heads it over. Rabiot now heads it forward again, looking Keane's way. Keane takes a hop at it, misreads the bounce. Spezia able to possess, going all the way back to Dragowski, and now he's looking for an option. Plays it out, and now Spezia trying to switch field. Kostic applying a little bit of pressure to Amian there. Plays it forward, but Rabiot cuts it out. Now Sandro's under it. Tries to go inside for Luca. His pass deflected, goes out. Rabiot watches it go out for a throw-in to Juventus. Rabiot's going to leave it now. Kostic is on it. 4 minutes, 20 seconds in. We have an early yellow for Locatelli. Rugani on it now. Playing it over to Danilo. Danilo up ahead for Cuadrado. Cuadrado inside for Paredes. Drop back to Danilo. Running out of options. Trying to find Moise Kean here. He does. He takes a touch, but has it challenged away by Ekdal. Ekdal and Burabia closing in on Keane there. He couldn't get it free. Here's Ampadu. Over to Nicolau. Inside for Ekdal. Ekdal back for Ampadu. Has Amian over to his right. But he goes back. Ekdal. Very light pressure from Juventus, everybody. Very light pressure early on here. Agudelo just spinning around here, going backwards. It's Ekdal again, finding Ethan Ampadu. Ampadu trying to go ahead. A little one-touch from Verdi, gets it wrong. Ball turned around quickly, and Rabiot couldn't hit Vlahovic. Might have been offside there, but man, what do I say? It goes back to execution. These guys, that's a pass you would expect them to be able to hit. We didn't. Here comes Locatelli cleaning it up very nicely as Amian was getting forward. Ball goes back to Pedin. Pedin plays it in. Danilo inside for Paredes. Back to Sandro. Sandro's got Rugani to his left, and Rabiot plays it for Rabiot. Kostic just hugging the sideline here. Rugani now moving forward. Over for Paredes. He's going to play it over for Cuadrado on the sideline. Doesn't have many options. He can either go forward or just back to Danilo. He goes back to Danilo. Not much there for Cuadrado. Spezia overloading our flanks immediately. So here's a route one shot. Rabiot applying a little bit of pressure to Ampadu there. Keep him back there. Keep going. Well done. He has to have it out for a throw-in. They're going to overload our flanks. We have to look at going over the top to Moise Kean and Vlahovic, okay? Spezia is making it known within the opening 5 minutes they are going to be flooding those flanks. We have to look to stretch pitch there and keep them honest. Let's go. Kostic throws it in for Rabiot. Rabiot's got two he's battling with there. Amian goes out off Amian. Should be corner kick for Juventus. It is. Let's go. Get one in here right now. Showing Sergio Spalla, who's of course interim coach now for Spezia. Paredes now coming over to this corner kick. Kostic sticking around there for a shorty. Don't have a shorty. Put it in the mixer. Let's get ahead on it. Let's go. Do not have a shorty. I hate short corners. Here's Paredes. Come on. Get ahead to it. Let's go. Here comes. Oh, cleared at the back post, and it's going to go all the way out for another Juventus throw-in on the opposite side. Cuadrado runs over to it. Paredes going over to be an option, a close option for Cuadrado. Cuadrado's lining up as if he's going to have a long one into the area. Here it is. Fires it in, looking Vlahovic's way. It bobbles around. Rabiot can't find that ball. And they've cleared it out, but only as far as Rugani. Juventus back in possession. Danilo now stepping forward to the space he has, trying to rifle one in for Vlahovic. Vlahovic gives him the thumbs up. Ball cleared out now by Verdi, only as far as Sandro. Sandro's going to have a look, try and cross it in. That one, gets headed by Ampadu, but still falls for Dragowski. Sandro's cross well beyond Juve's targets there. Dragowski rolls it out. Nicolau back to Dragowski. He's got Ampadu to his right, plays it over for him. Keane applying pressure. Ampadu going all the way forward. Pressure from Rugani. Well done. Rabiot steps in, but the ball still unfortunately falls for Ekdal. He's going to try to pop it over the top. Sandro easily handles that one, plays it for Kostic. Kostic being closed down. Forced to go back. His pass cut out. Awful attempt there from him. And now we have Spezia trying to take a shot. It's blocked by Locatelli. Rabiot comes in to help. Verdi now saves it on the right. He's going left foot in, but Pitting easily handles that one. Wow. Come on, Juve. Let's go. Figure it out. We said in the Matchday Live what we expected was Juve to play a crossing game, and just playing that Quadrado here far too slow. Beats his first man, but you've got 3 guys ahead of you. Eat it. And at the same time, where are the options? Each of our midfielders beyond Quadrado and nobody racing forward to offer him support. You're playing 2 players that play similarly, in Paredes and Locatelli. You add Rabiot into the mix, who's on the opposite side. Nobody offered support for him. Come on, you guys. Get together. Figure this out. Ball played over to the side for Spezia. They're going to work their way up this flank now on the left side. Danilo closing him down, forcing him backwards. Paredes now getting involved. Ball. Borabia inside. Agudelo. Cross outside. Paredes just going to bomb it forward. Excuse me. Short for Vlahovic there. Spezia back in possession. Borabia here. Nicolau. Ekdal over to Amian. Spezia's going to try coming around the right side now. Verdi dropping back. Pressure from Kostic. That's good. That's good. Well won. But Ampadu's going to be there to clear it. Oh, he clears it against the ground too. That's what I mean about the rest of the press. Needs to be in sync. Locatelli and Rabiot not too far back after Kostic forces that pressure. Step forward in unison. We're still playing as separate entities and not putting all phases together. Great pressure there from Kostic, but as per for Juventus, it is not equal across the lineup. Come on. Pick it up. Pick it up. Verdi on the right here. He's going to flick it inside. Play back to Verdi, who's on the right. Cuts back in. Borabia now on it. Tries to play a little through ball. Spezia trying to line up a shot. It's back for Borabia, who hits a shot, and it's blocked by Locatelli. Falls over. Still in possession for Spezia. Played inside for Borabia. He goes back to the outside for Ekdal. Ekdal up ahead. Jazzy back. Again, over for Borabia. He's taking a look. Scanning. And he just goes back. This one for Nicolau. Spezia trying to work things around on the outside. Giassi now in for Ekdal. He's got Borabia inside. Back to Ekdal. Juve just sitting in that defensive shell. Just sitting in the shell. And playing that zone. There we go. Waiting for this errant pass. They get it. And now they're back in possession. Here's Locatelli over for Paredes. Back to Danilo. And Juve can regroup. Take their offensive shape now. Sandro has it on the left. Has Kostic up the sideline. He plays it to him. Kostic is going to move forward again. Waiting for options to get there and show. Has none, so he drops it for Sandro. Sandro's going to switch field to Danilo to the right side. Very slow pace to this game. Oh, there's an errant pass from Danilo trying to break the lines. You have Shomurodov trying to come at Juve. Danilo does well to get back there and win it. Sandro will stop this from going out of bounds. He's going to have to clear this one out. Oh, he plays it for Rabiot. Finds Rabiot. Rabiot inside to Vlahovic. Is just trying to keep this ball. He does. Plays it for Rabiot. Finds Keane. Keane trying to hit Quadrado. He does. Quadrado's 1v1. Come on. Going out against Reka. Cuts it to his left. Pops it over the top. Oh, cleared. That's better from Quadrado. Much, much better. Gain that step and have that cross in. Advantage given to Spezia here for a foul on Agudelo, but they play it over to the left. They're going to be moving up the left flank. Back inside for Agudelo. Drops it for Ekdal. And Ekdal barking some orders. Slows things down. Nicolau over to the side, back again now for Ekdal. Probably going to switch field. Finding Ampadu. He has Amian immediately to his right. He plays it to him. Amian scanning. Rabiot closing that down. Back for Ampadu. Has no pressure. Keane slowly stepping forward. Vlahovic keeping them honest for the switch. Here's a switch. Trying to play it forward. Again, Shomurodov. That might be a foul on Rugani. It is. This is going to be a free kick and a good spot for Spezia. Come on here. Let's go. Jeff, it's hard to disagree with you there. We make every bad team we play against look way better than they actually are. It's incredibly frustrating, infuriating, I may add, okay? Juve plays every game on legendary mode. Oh, man. Unreal. Unreal. Good spot on this free kick for Spezia. Come on. Let's get things going there. Much better from Quadrado on the last sequence. Gaining that quick step, crossing in there, but let's go. Come on. We got to pick it up. We got to get that ball back and quicker. What is this sitting back? What is this? Ramp up the pressure. Get that ball back. This midfield is... you got two guys playing the same exact manner. And that is Paredes and Locatelli. So the flair and the spice, as I say, is missing. Here's the ball in. It's headed out by Juve. Falls to Agudelo. Good pressure from Rabiot. That's a yellow card. Easy yellow on Agudelo there. Awful, awful challenge as we were off to the races with the crazy horse leading the charge. Funny video of Rabiot actually went out on social media this week, and fans actually got him to put on a rubber horse mask, calling him the Pazzo Cavallo there, crazy horse. It was pretty funny to watch. He was a good sport about it too, so... Ball back in play. Rugani over to Danilo. Over to Quadrado here. Quadrado up over the top for Vlahovic. Plays it through. It's in. Offside. Offside. I had a feeling it was going to get called offside, and it is. I think Vlahovic knew. That's why the whole thing looks so nonchalant. But, hey, what did I say? You got to stretch Spezia if they're going to be overloading those flanks and flooding them. Stretch them out. Look for these plays. Keep them honest and push them back. All right. Ball's back in play. Dragowski, Spezia's keeper's on it. He's going to go route one, bombing this thing. Quadrado engaging here with Giassi. Quadrado drawing a foul there. No, he's not going to draw a foul there. 9 times out of 10, that's a call. Yeah. Let's go. 17 minutes in here. A very slow pace to this one, everybody. Here's a long throw into the mixer. Rugani's going to head it back out. Paredes trying to clear, but it's along the ground. But well done there. And Vlahovic draws the foul there. Good work from him there. Relieves Juve of pressure too. And now we can regroup, take our offensive shape. Danilo having a chat with the ref, just letting him know what he thinks about certain calls. Dragowski all of a sudden is down for Spezia at the back there. Yeah, he's got some problems here. Wouldn't that be something that they have to make a goalkeeper change? I love when the opposition makes goalkeeping change, but will Juve be able to test them immediately? We got to test them. So even if he makes a goalkeeper change, we got to test him. Jeff coming in here saying, I don't see how the combination of Dusan and Keane makes sense. Both have the same profile. It would make sense if we had an attacking midfielder play centrally between two pivots. in the manner we are playing right now, with three what I see as base midfielders, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. They're both very, very similar. Again, if the profile in the midfield changed, it could make more sense. But right now, yeah, you got two guys that are very, very similar in there. Remind everybody while you're here with me, drop a like on the video, please. If you're new to the channel, of course, subscribe. And it does look like we are going to get a goalkeeper change. I don't know if it's going to happen immediately, but Spezia has their backup getting ready. Dragowski looks in pain, and it's going to be Marchetti. Federico Marchetti, the journeyman, the Serie A journeyman that could be coming in. Sandro's going to switch field as the play continues. Danilo on the right now playing in for Quad. Quickly closed down again as they are overloading our flanks. So if you're going to play it over to Quad, Quad needs to have a quick hit back, and then Danilo's going to have to go route one. But again, I don't know if we're coached that or trained that for Spezia or whatnot. The other thing is, coming into the Spezia match, they are a little bit of an unknown just because of the fact that they've got an interim coach now. Their coach was fired. Look at this ball set across for Sandro. He does everything he can to keep this thing in play. Bombing it forward. Here's Vlahovic doing battle. Forces Ampadu to head it out for a Juventus throw-in. Kostic throws it in back to Sandro. Sandro back for Danilo. This midfield is base. Like I said, this game is exactly what I expected from this lineup. Playing it to the outsides, hoping they're going to create, lacking creation out of the middle. And there's an errant pass from Locatelli trying to thread the needle to Kostic, cut out by Verdi, but Juve gets back possession through Sandro. Locatelli finds himself on it here. Scanning, he's trying to direct traffic, make some calls between Rabiot and Sandro there. Ball's found its way over to Quadrado on the right. He's got Giassi in front of him. He's going to end up switching over to Sandro. Sandro has come in very narrow to try and maybe free up that left flank. Paredes on it now. Paredes inside for Rabiot. Over to Kostic. Kostic being watched by Amian, sorry. Sandro switches it over to Danilo. Come on. Come on, you guys. Danilo trying to feed Rabiot, gets the pass all wrong. It's well behind him, and it goes out for a Spezia goal kick. Not enough spice. Juve just doesn't know how to progress through the middle of the pitch. They just don't know how to progress through the middle of the pitch. Here's Dragowski. He's going to launch this one over for Giassi, but it's well beyond his reach, and that's going to be Juventus throw-in. Marchetti continues to warm up on the sideline. You have to think once he's done warming up, he's coming in. Quadrado throws it back for Danilo. Danilo all the way back to Perin. Sandro constantly dropping back to be an option, but Perin goes all the way forward, looking Paredes. His way bounces over top of him. Keane. And we're actually going to get an offside call on Juventus. Dragowski's still laboring. Ball's with Ampadu. He's going to go over to Amian. Amian back to Ampadu. Got Nicolau to the left, plays it to him. They're kind of avoiding Dragowski now, so expect him to be changed because the D's not even passing it back to him. Here's Rugani, and he just pops that ball forward, looking Moise Keane's way. He can't settle it, but it still lands with Quadrado. Quadrado low and hard across the ground to Kostic. Kostic is going to have a hit, and Ampadu gets down for the block. Vlahovic tries to flick on for Rabiot. Rabiot trying to settle it, falls for Luca. Have a hit. Oh, headed out. Nicolau heads out Locatelli's hit. That's a much better sequence from Juve. Keeping the pressure on and getting after it. Locatelli tries to curl one there. Nicolau has it out. Oh, man. Vlahovic nicely stops that one. Rolls it back for Locatelli. Oh, man. Much, much better, though. Much, much better. That's what I expect, and way more frequent and way more often in this game from Juventus. Let's get after it. Come on. Shoot the goddamn ball. That's right. That's right. We got a corner kick. And Dragowski is down again. Expect Marchetti coming in here. Let's go. Make the call. Wouldn't that be something? Marchetti, the journeyman, comes in and makes a little bit of a howler on the corner kick immediately. Let's go. Let's go. Ampadu got absolutely rocked when he headed out that Kostic attempt, as Kostic took a drive from probably about 27 yards out. Ampadu got his header to it. That's what went straight up, and then Vlahovic and Rabiot ended up settling the ball between the two of them, and we got the Locatelli attempt off of it, which leads to this corner kick, but Ampadu got absolutely rocked off that. Here comes Marchetti, throwing on the gloves, coming in for Dragowski. You've got a Juve corner kick here, and Kostic and Paredes both lined up over it. Expect Paredes to take here. As we still are waiting, though, for Marchetti. The ref's going to wait for the thumbs up from the keep and then blow his whistle. Here we go. Marchetti's locked in. Here's the whistle. Here's the corner kick. Has it in. Get ahead to it. Oh, headed from Danilo, and it just goes wide. Free header there's got to hit target. Got to hit target. It's better, though. Oh, man. Vlahovic even running back post there looking for the tap in. That's all right. That's all right. That's better. Let's go. So that same sequence there. Cuadrado finding Kostic low and hard on the ball. So Kostic has moved in. He was very narrow there. That is another way to beat the overload on the flanks, is to take away your width to give yourself more passing options. Let's see what happens. 25 minutes. Marchetti ends up chucking this one forward. Cuadrado heads it down, but only as far as Barabia. Juve finding possession again. Locatelli with a nonchalant flip Cuadrado's way, and it gets cut out. It's got to be sharper, boys. Spezia has a man down, though. Giassi frustrated as he's going to have to play this out. Instead, he just picks the ball up, which shuts it down for a handball. Calling some hands for the face from Paredes while they were just jostling. Reca and Paredes just jostling there. Oh, man. It is like we play with a Nerf ball. Oh, man. Drop ball for Spezia. Drop to Giassi, just goes back. Nicolau, then to Ampadu, back to Nicolau. He's going to go back to Ampadu. Little bit of pressure from Keane. Pick up the pressure. Everybody push up. Kostic, you know the ball's going to Amian there. Get there. Here he is. Watching Amian, who now has to go over the top. Rugani engages, and now the ball falls for Paredes. And there you go, guys. We've got the ball back. Now it's Sandro trying to come up the left side, being pressed heavily. Does not get the call. Looking for the call, and Spezia is allowed to turn here. Here's Agudelo, back for Verdi. Verdi inside for Barabia. Back to Verdi, and now back to Ampadu. God, come on, you guys. Stop making stupid decisions and then looking at the ref for calls. Pick it up already. Barabia inside. Agudelo gets closed down by Sandro, and Sandro now pumps it forward. Keane cannot find the ball here, but he finds it off of Ampadu's header. So there you go, but trying to go route one. Looking Vlahovic's way. Tried to get cleared by Ampadu, but it falls to Kostic. Kostic in for Rabiot. Indecisive, but he turns. Trying to play it for Paredes, and it gets cut out. Man, I thought Rabiot had a window to take one step forward and have a hit. Oh my God, trying to get a clearance there, and it still falls for Shomurodov, but Perin comes in to clean it up. Decisive, boys. We gotta be way more decisive in the final third. Nobody wants to just grab the bull by the horns and get the job done, whether it's take a shot, have a cross. Let's go. Spezia now in possession. At the back through Ampadu again. Now they're going to go to Amian. Amian has space on the right to move forward. Rabiot now engaging. Now Kostic moves inside to Burabia. This is strange to me that you would make a sequence switch where your outside player forces your central midfielder to go to the outside. Cuadrado draws a foul there as he was off to the races. Reka had to grab shirt there. Grabbed his arm. Not the shirt. That's why it's not a yellow. Come on. Come on. Let's go, Juve. Pick it up here. Reminder, everybody, while we're waiting for them to get the ball back in play, if you could drop a like and even subscribe to the channel, it goes a long way, and I thank you. Ball's back in play. Danilo to Locatelli. Back to Danilo, who's going to play this forward. And Vlahovic again trying to get involved there, but it's headed back in and stops for Ekdal. Back to Nicolau. Light pressure from Juve. Nicolau going up over the top, looking Shomurodov's way. He gets his header, but it only goes as far as Sandro, who heads it back into Pedin's hands, who now rolls it out for Danilo. Danilo. What a slow first half, everybody. This is just a snail's pace of a game. Rugani now. Jesus. Taking forever to figure out which way he wants to go. Kostic now looking up ahead for Keane, who does battle with Ampadu, forces him to have it out. That's better. You know what? You got to go at Spezia direct. And, I mean, the fact that we're at 30 minutes and this team, Juventus, cannot figure this out yet is shocking to me. You've got to be direct and get at them. But we need a change in the midfield. You don't need a base three in this game. You need somebody supporting the two strikers because they're very similar. So somebody has to be ahead of our two mids and just in behind the two forwards to offer enough support. Otherwise, it just doesn't amount to much. Rabiot now on it in the middle. Turns, scans, tries to go low and hard up to Keane. It's blocked, but still falls to Paredes, who now finds Sandro. Sandro slips it through for Paredes. Paredes is moving forward. He's got Kostic to his left, plays it for him. Kostic going to have a cross in. Trying to find Keely, does it, it's in! Yes! Yes! There you go. Kostic latches onto that one, and we got a goal, everybody. All right, we're on the board. From a snail's pace to a goal, and Juve's 1-0 up. There you go. Didn't look like Keane got all of that one, but it doesn't matter. It's in there. Let's go. Let's go. All right, 1-0 Juve. We're going to chalk that one up on the board. One for the good guys here. One for the good guys. Come on. Come on now. Cross in from Kostic. Out of the reach of Ampadu, and Keane able to get onto that one and out of the reach of Marchetti. We're up 1-0. Let's go, everybody. Let's see now if we can add pressure to that and get another goal. Come on. Ooh, Jeff, I hope you're wrong, my friend. Now watch the shit show as we park the bus for the rest of the game. Please, please do not be right. Please do not be right. Let's go, everybody. Bomb forward from Spezia now. Cuadrado heading it back. Rugani's just going to come in here and pound that thing out of bounds. It's going to be a Spezia throw-in. Do not drop back. Do not sit back. Let's go. Let's go. So, Edgar, just tuning in now. We have a goal assisted by Kostic and by Keane. Here's a header attempt from Spezia. Goes over the bar. Shomurodov trying to latch onto that one. So we have a goal by Keane, assisted by Kostic. And yes, Cuadrado not looking good on that one. Not looking good on that one. But let's go. Come on. Juve's up 1-0. We need to keep it going, okay? No more 1-0s. Allegri, your grandson told you. Don't disappoint your grandson. Get this team in for the kill. Come on. Danilo's on the ball right now. Quadrado on it. Back to Perin. Head to Rugani. Rugani's got Sandro over to his left. He's going to play it for him. Kostic being closed down on that flank again as Spezia overloading our flanks. That's okay. We've been doing a good job when we try to go directly at them. We need to continue that. Danilo inside for Rabiot. Takes a touch. Tries to get away from Verdi. Does. Plays it to Locatelli. Left-footed pass for Quadrado. Quadrado slots it forward for Rabiot. Rabiot. Oh, just couldn't edge Nicolau there. And Nicolau trying to keep it in. Quadrado, good pressure. Oh, Rabiot just couldn't touch that inside for Vlahovic. Oh, man. Shomurodov trying to get around two Juve players. Couldn't do so. Ball bounces away, and then Kostic cleans it up. Sets it back for Perin, who now finds Danilo. Come on. Danilo over for Rugani. Over to Kostic. Kostic now. He's going to switch field. Head back for Danilo. He's got Quadrado on the right flank. That freezes Giassi. And now Danilo has space to carry forward. He will play it now for Quadrado. Takes a quick scan forward. Finds Keane. Keane settles this. Goes back for Rabiot. Rabiot taking a look at the switch. Doesn't have it. Plays it inside for Sandro. Sandro. Back for Rugani. Rugani. Inside for Quadrado. Bad touch. Loses it. Gets beat. Here comes Reka. Inside for Agudelo. Agudelo running at Juve's defense. Slots it through for Shomurodov, but his touch is off. And it's rolled back to Perin, who clears it out, looking Vlahovic's way. But Ampadu cleanly gets that away from him. And now Spezia able to continue their pressure. Cross in. That's low and just goes right across goal. Rugani and Perin knew everything about that one. All right. And Andrew picking up on this, and we saw a lot of this against Nantes as well. Sandro really getting free with that roll, and he was all over the place. He's going outside wide. He's coming inside centrally, and we're starting to see that too. The only thing I can't pick up on is what that is supposed to actually be doing. Like what their end game is from Sandro making those moves, because I'm not seeing anyone else take advantage of other spaces, right? Here's a little 1-2. Rabiot plays it forward for Kostic, forces Ampadu in for a clearance. He slide challenges, and it's going to be a Juventus throw. Look at Michael Lloyd. No problem. No problem. Sandro, inside for Paredes. Paredes is going to go over to the side for Quadrado. Quadrado is going to throw it back for Danilo. Danilo finding Rugani. Rugani inside to Locatelli. Locatelli inside for Sandro now. So Locatelli and Sandro rotating spots. Strange. Oh, here's Kostic inside for Vlahovic. Tried a little one-touch with Rabiot. He's able to turn, but Ampadu battles him and does well. Oh, they're calling a handball. Looks like they're calling a handball. Touchback. Oh, yeah. Rabiot gets called on the handball after Ekdal's clearance attempt goes off his arm. Hit his leg first, though, so it's a little bit of an unlucky call by rule. But in and around the area, more often than not, that's going to get it's going to get the call. Here we go. 37 minutes. Marchetti's going to probably bomb this one forward for Spezia. Here it is. And you have Rabiot engaging. The crazy horse. Gets it forward there. Vlahovic gets his header wrong. Burabia on it now for Spezia, but he's got nowhere to go. Going back for Amian. Oh, Kostic just couldn't strip him. Amian now moves forward. Has Burabia on the right flank. He just tries to keep that one in. He does. He's battling Kostic and Rugani. And Rugani does well to have it off of Burabia's foot. Well done. Well done by Rugani. Just clean there. Waits it out, waits it out. A little bit of a jersey tug. Just enough of a touch back towards the player, and he has it out. Very nice from Rugani. Very, very nice. All right. Juve goal kick. Perin scanning. Heads this one over Kostic's way. 2 Spezia players engage, and Kostic just ends up watching. A little bit of a slide challenge there, late from Kostic. Shomurodov trying to turn Luca and Rugani. Good luck. Luca getting to that one. Here comes Agudelo now, over for Giassi. Giassi back inside for Agudelo's got Shomurodov to his right, but he plays it over for Verdi. Verdi with a cross to the back post. It's headed towards goal. Oh, Giassi just couldn't latch onto it. We're fortunate there, and the ball falls to Perin. Holy smokes, everybody. Way too close there. Sleeping on some marking there. Quadrado just getting beat to that header from Shomurodov. That's a mismatch and a half that can't take place. Have to know your man marks here. That's one of the issues with zones. You can find yourself in those mismatches when you're trying to zone it up. Here's Perin. Putting it forward, looking for Moise Kean. Moise Kean heading it back towards the middle. Nice touch from Paredes, but again, gotta have that quick release. He doesn't lose it, but here's an awful pass from Spezia. And now Kostic can move back. Inside for Paredes. Oh my God, that's an awful pass from Paredes going back to Kostic. And an easy 1-2 splitting Paredes and Sandro. And now Amiens move forward, but Rabiot coming in, closing things down. And Rugani comes in and just boots that one into the upper deck there. I don't think Spezia Stadium has an upper deck, but high up in the stands. Hey, I appreciate that. There you go. The excitement in my play-by-play. I love it. I love it. Paredes. Yeah. Underwhelming, my friend. Spezia's on it here. Over on the left flank, playing it over for Giassi. I thought he was offside there, but he's not. Low cross goes all the way across Perin's goal and out for a goal kick. Come on, Juve. Holy Christ. Few and far between opportunities go. You know what? Giassi probably would have been offside on that opportunity there from Shomurodov's header forward. He's upset with himself, but he would have been off, I think. So Allegri just shouting from the sideline, but come on, man. Rabiot. Oh, Ampadu gets that header, but back again. And now foul on Spezia. So it's going to be a Juve free kick inside our own zone here. Shomurodov there putting a bow into the back of Sandro's head. Sandro's fine. He's up. And he plays it back for Rugani, who's going to play it to Danilo. Quadrado being closed down quickly as he drops to be an option to the side. Sandro has moved in very narrow. But what a ball from Danilo finding Rabiot. Plays it over for Kean. Quadrado overlaps him. Kean's cutting in. Tries to play it over for Paredes and can't find him because he's waited so long. It's too slow in the final third, you guys. Make up your mind. When you see a guy, just distribute the ball. How difficult is this? What is with the extra touches? God. Do something and do it with conviction, for Christ's sake. Let's go. Verdi coming up for Spezia now on the right side. Lovely cleanup there, and we run into each other between Kostic and Paredes. Here's a back post cross looking for Giassi. He just can't line up to it. Jesus Christ, we're running into each other. We do well to win the ball back, and then we just run into each other. Like, what on earth? Paredes and Kostic there, figure it out. Shocking stuff. Shocking stuff. Quadrado on a throw in deep on our right flank here. Makes his shouts. Takes a couple steps and gets this thing all wrong. Doesn't even come into play. Oh my God, everybody. My daughter just turned 4 yesterday, and she doesn't make that mistake. My word. Anyways, it's just a throw-in. We move on. Spezia back in control. Here's a cross coming in. Perin easily takes this one, as it was well beyond any of Spezia's targets. He rolls it out for Sandro. He's got Kostic to his left, plays it to Kostic. Kostic has to go all the way back for Perin. No options. Perin now launching it forward, looking Vlavic's way, but it's well short. Amian gets to it, headed by Kostic. He gets it. He comes up short on it. Now Amian back on it. Forces Kostic to step in. Here's a throw from Spezia. Verdi for Shomrodov. Back to Verdi. He's going to go back for Burabia. Burabia quickly switches over to the left, but Keane comes back. That looked like a handball. Keane was shouting for it. No avail. Played back. Reka's going to have a cross in, but it's awful, and it's easily handled. Played forward now, but too far forward for Keane. Nicolau keeps it in on the sideline. Plays it in for Reka again. Reka plays it forward. They're going to have another cross. Agudelo back for Reka. And Danilo steps in, sees it off Reka, and it's going to fall for Perin. We have reached added time in the first half. It looks like we're going to get 2 minutes. 2 minutes of added time here. Hector, yes. Jal, thank you for joining. We are winning. It is 1-0. But, man, some frustrating football. Tell you that. Ball bounces after Perin pumps it forward. Rabiot doing battle. But Spezia able to clear. Agudelo plays it too far ahead of himself as he tries to go around Sandro on our left flank, and it'll be a throw-in for Juventus. Almost at the 46-minute mark. We will have 1 more minute of stoppage time before halftime. Kostic taking his time on this throw-in here. Now he's going to pump it forward. Amian getting to that one. Kostic then steps in, trying to hit it. Gets it all wrong. Goes out for a throw-in. My God. The execution from Juventus continues to leave so much to be desired. It's wild. Paredes sliding around wildly here, trying to find a challenge, rather than just manning up here and keeping his guys out of there. Vlahovic comes back, wins the ball, plays it to Kostic, back inside for Vlahovic, but it's cut out by Ekdal and Burabia. Now played forward, Agudelo, but he's challenged and loses the ball. Vlahovic tries to make one too many moves. Keane tries to save it, but then played again. Back Perin comes out and heads it over for Cuadrado. Very lovely clearance there from Perin. Oh, man, Locatelli losing it there, but able to put enough pressure on Agudelo to regain possession. We're at 47, and that is the whistle for halftime, everybody. My God. 1-0 win, but continues to not be an impressive showing for Juventus. All right, they show Max Allegri as we go to the halftime break here. I'm going to give you all the stats, okay, as we sit at halftime here. And let's hear all your opinions so far on the match. But here are the match stats. 52% possession for the mighty Spezia. 48% possession for Juve. 5 total attempts from both teams. 2 shots on target for Spezia. 2 shots on target for Spezia. 1 on target for Juve. And we have the 1-0 lead. 1 big chance for Juventus. And we have the goal. 0 big chances for Spezia. So that's your match stats right now. So far, in terms of ratings, right across the board, you don't have anybody that's really lighting the lamp for Juve. And if you have to ask me about performances in there, hey, it's pretty plain Jane across the pitch there. This lineup kind of set it up for that, to be honest. Our midfield lacks flair. Sandro's doing a good job. He's being narrow. He's being wide. He's kind of mixing up, but I don't know what the outcome is supposed to be. A couple times there, it just ended up in our midfielders dropping back to the left side role. However, if we get turned there, you're not going to want one of those midfields out there. So this is very, very strange from Juve. In terms of the two guys up top, it is what it is. We can play directly and try to find them, which we were getting some success. However, again, what ends up happening is there's not enough support. And you've got three base midfielders in there. Push somebody centrally and make it a two-man pivot. Do something different. But again, we won't. We're trying to play it to the outsides a lot, and Spezia is overloading our outsides, is what it is. The direct play can help us with that, but again, we're only seeing that from time to time. Want to get your thoughts at halftime. Who do you think was the best Juve player at that half? And who do you think needs to definitely pick things up in the second half? I will say that game was played at a snail's pace, and it's really, really hard. Nobody really stood out to me for Juventus. In terms of the midfield, there is definitely some struggles going on. Those three guys are not meshing. This is more of a... It is a 3-5-2, but Locatelli's the one out of those two that is trying to play that deeper role. But again, Paredes got forward a couple times, and then it turned into a point where only Rabiot was the one going forward, and then he dropped back. It's like we don't have clear, definitive roles, if you ask me. And that might, in turn, be creating some of the issues and some of the awkwardness you see in Juve's general play, all right? And remind everybody while we're at halftime here, drop a like if you haven't on the video. Let's get those likes up as high as we can. It all helps the channel. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, okay? Subscribe. Now, let's get it. So, for me, for Hector, Kostic. There you go. And we got some questions. Hey, if you got questions, fire them away. Andrew coming in here with, would you make any changes at half? Personally, I would take out Paredes for Fagioli. So, for me, yeah, this midfield, I said it from the start, it looks like it lacks that spice. It lacks that flair, and it does. I would turn this into a two-man pivot, and I would use Fagioli centrally ahead of those two to help the attack. Juve in general, okay, even if we talk, forget the setups. Forget 3-5-2, forget 4-3-3, forget 3-4-3, forget it all. Forget it all. In general, Juventus struggles to play through the middle of the pitch. We struggle to play through there. When teams clamp down on the flanks, you see us struggle even more than we naturally do. So for me, you've got to sort that out. And I don't know what it is that we've never tried this or whatnot, but I'm telling you, you have got to figure this out. And there are so many teams, even in a 3-5-2, it plays itself naturally. It plays itself naturally to have, okay, hold on a second. I'm losing myself here on the screen. Sorry, my software went crazy. I thought I was going to lose all of you for a second on the live. You've got to figure that out and play a central attacking mid and keep your bases there. You cannot continue to go into games banking on play up the flanks and whatever and not having other opportunities. Today, you see them trying to go over the top a little bit, which is fine. That's great. No issues there. But it's not enough. It's not enough. You got to have more of a game plan in general. Would I bring Fagioli in? Yes. Yes, I would. I'm also not against maybe early, or sooner rather than later splitting up the two strikers and maybe getting a guy like Sule in there, to be honest. Even out of that role, I'd be interested in seeing a guy like Illing Jr., to be honest. So Illing or Sule to replace one of the strikers. I think the two striker thing is not necessary in this game, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, maybe a guy like Illing Jr. would just devastate them if we're going to start playing directly and up over the top. Stretch him out. Maybe. But, yeah, we got some more comments from you guys. Razor Ray saying Paredes is playing in an advanced role and it is not looking good. Sad, but true. It's par for the course for him this season and what we've gotten from Paredes. So, Hector, are we going to score another goal or back up like Thursday? Oh, well, that's the $1 million question. Everybody was calling it after we had scored this one, and Keane got the opening goal, saying, "Hey, here comes the same old shit where we sit back." Hopefully, that's not the case. Jeremy Nasty coming in here saying Max tactics make the other teams look better. I think he's reading his book upside down. So, again, I think there's not a whole lot that we have to adjust or whatnot, but it's shocking to me that you just would not try an advanced midfielder centrally with two base ones. Like, I've been screaming this from the rooftops for I don't know how long on our podcasts, on our shows, on the watch-alongs. Like, I just don't understand why you wouldn't try it, especially with the players that you have. Like, a guy like Fagioli that can do it. I don't know. But Hector likes my shout for maybe Illing Jr. To replace one of the strikers up top, because two strikers in this one doesn't seem to make sense. It doesn't make sense to me to have two strikers in this game. Now, Sal saying we need to stop talking about positions and formations and find players who can run and make easy passes forward for 90 minutes. Yes, so in terms of the passing errors, okay, so let's talk about a couple of the sequences we had in this first half where the passes were erred. The thing with that is, number one, the guys need to find the options and make the decisions quicker. But you have a second part of the problem, which is that you could see when you watch this team, the lack of cohesiveness and understanding amongst all the players isn't there. It's nowhere near a level that we should be at. And when you mix that in, you also get the errors in passing and everything because they're just not on the same page. These guys just aren't on the same page. So, again, you want to talk about the passing errors and everything like that, which I agree are infuriating, but it overall comes down to the system, what they're all doing, and having that chemistry. For me, for a team to be this far down into the season, whether you want to talk about injuries or anything like that, whatever, it's still so broken, and it shouldn't be the case. No matter what players you have as far as talent, whatever, all that position formation, you have got to be a lot more in sync and in rhythm and united than this team is on the pitch. If you ask me, my personal opinion, okay, it shouldn't be like this deep into a season, okay. Shatterstar coming in saying I absolutely hate Allegri. Wow, okay, there you go. I cursed when we resigned him because he's not the one out there missing all. But he's not the one out here missing all these simple passes. How can we not pass the ball? So, again, try to shed some light there on the other things that are playing into this, right? But, again, if you do want to go to the formation, the setup and stuff, there were a couple opportunities up there where our guys are doing everything they can to just hold possession because there is no support. I saw instances where Cuadrado got forward, Vlahovic was in there doing battle, even Keane was doing battle sometimes, and they could not do anything other than just try and maintain support because nobody pushed up. Not one out of our three midfielders got forward to help them. So we actually have a combination of things that are working against us and how we get there. So again, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Now Dell's coming in here saying muscle memory and cohesion is key. They obviously don't do enough drills in training. By now our players should know where each other will be in different places. I agree. It shouldn't be this broken down at this point, right? So There you have it. I appreciate you guys in the live chat as well, helping one another out with the streams, where to find the game, because we got to say this to the networks for the subscriptions and stuff as a little bit of a protest for what's going on. All right, so there you go. Shatterstar adding in some more. I feel like Kostic is the only one out there killing himself to win games. I think you can throw Locatelli in there when it comes to the effort and the work rate, and Danilo. I think Bremer kills himself. I think all the guys across the back. I will not say that they're not killing themselves, because I think they are. But there are a few guys that I do question, to be honest, if I'm being honest. Vlahovic and Keane, I will say their work rates, at least their work rates up today. But Keane, my God, that guy can't read an aerial ball to save his life today. My God. Half the time he ends up just standing there staring, but it is what it is. Vlahovic, I think his work rate is good, and so is Keane's. It's just, again, him trying to read these aerials. We are watching Lord De Chilio. Lord De Chilio warm up. I see Illing Jr. behind him. Bonucci warming up. Will Bonucci get some minutes in this one? Do you guys think we're going to see Bonucci for a few minutes in this game? First game back on the team list. Haneen asking, will we see Illing or Sule? I think you're going to see one of them. I don't know if you'll see both, but I think you'll see one. And again, going back to what I said earlier, split up the two strikers. Okay? Split up the two strikers. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Max Allegri coming out for the second half. Man, we better see some goals this second half, okay? Apex, I'm kind of with you there on Paredes, for sure, for sure. Anthony saying this is the exact opposite of being up 1-0 against Nats. Need to make changes. Yeah, the play was not here. We see Fagioli getting the hair greased up, slicked up. I would bring Fagioli in and potentially even split up two strikers. I don't know if it needs to be done right now before we come out of the tunnel, but I wouldn't wait too long. 55th minute, and I'd probably make some changes. That's just me. I don't know about right at halftime. So, again, just waiting for these warm-ups to get done. I'm ready for the second half. Again, I'll give you the ratings so far from ScoFaScore for everybody. Hector saying, question mark, maybe. Bonucci, maybe. Players getting ready to come out of the tunnel. Here's the player ratings for Juventus coming out of the first half, okay? And I'll let you guys discuss this as we get ready for the second half. Pedin, 6.9. Rugani, 7. Danilo, 7. Sandro, 6.7. Locatelli, 6.6. Rabiot, 6.4. Paredes, 6.9. Quadrado, 6.7. Kostic, 7.1. Vlahovic, 6.6. Moise Keane, 7.1. There's no way Adrian Rabiot is the lowest ranked midfielder out of that three. That's my quick take on those rankings. He's not the lowest, and I think Sandro's a little hard done by at 6.7. Kostic, 7.1, I'm cool with. And Moise Keane at 7.1, probably just because of the goal. Everything else was pretty lackluster. So 7 based on just scoring. Everything else I'm probably okay with, but Rabiot definitely not the lowest ranked midfielder there. Now, Shatterstar coming in. If we have 1-goal lead, I doubt Allegri will put a defender cold into the match. Won't he? I don't know. We'll see. The goal gave 5 points to Keane's rating. Oh, man, that's good. thought Rabiot was the best of the three comfortably. I agree. It's shocking to me, and this is why we don't pay a lot of attention on our post-match podcast or anything to sofa score ratings or many rating system. We like to just do it based off our own and the good old eye test. We do have two changes, everybody. DeScilio coming in for Quadrado. DeScilio comes in for Quadrado, and I've got to check the second here. The second is Fagioli in, Paredes out. Hey, let's go. Come on. Let's go. And we got the second half kicking off here. I'm going to let the ticker catch up here, and then we're going to be bang on. And here we go. We're good. We're back in business, baby. So DeScilio on for Quadrado, and we have Fagioli in for Paredes. DeScilio on the throw and now finding Fagioli. Plays it off of Reca, and it's going to be a throw-in for Juventus. Come on. Let's go. Let's kill this game off, Juve. Come on. Get after it here. Throwing in from DeScilio for Locatelli. Turns, pumps it forward. Vlahovic doing work to try and maintain it. He does, finds Rabiot. Does very well to shield off. Now finding Kostic on the left side. Kostic has a little room to carry. He's going to have a cross in, quick going back post. Way too far for Keane, and even too far for DeScilio to try and catch up. Going to be a Spezia throw deep in their territory there. DeScilio now backs off. Come on. Throw in. Going deep for Giassi there. Locatelli just kicks it forward. Keane doing battle. Again. Burabia just pumping it forward. DeScilio heads it back in. Again, head it back. Locatelli's going to engage. Shomurodov through his back. And it's going to be a Juventus free kick. Come on. Danilo was going to have a quick one to Luca. Decided against that. Backs up. Plays it in for Luca. Back to Danilo. Danilo's going to go back to Rugani. And Rugani's going to go back for Perin. And Perin's going to launch this thing forward. And Rabiot tries to engage there. Ooh, Luca caught between two minds, but still ends up getting the ball. Sandro plays it forward for Vlahovic. Drops it back for Kostic. Inside for Sandro, who's being pressed by Agudelo. And Sandro does well to come out of this thing. No foul. Keep play on. Keep going. Sandro plays it inside for Vlahovic. Oh, keep the play going to the right. Quickly shuts it down. Goes to Rabiot. Here's a bat. Oh, it's for Keane. He gets a head wrong. Oh, that's a great ball. And Keane's all alone there. You've got to find goal there. That's a great ball from Sandro. Nicolau tries to head it and misses it. And Keane has got to put that on goal. That's better though. Quicker movement. So what I was frustrated in the build-up to that is that Vlahovic immediately played it back. He should have felt that they had laid off of him. No pressure. Keep the swing out going to the right. You have Fagioli to his right. And we had bodies moving forward in a hurry. Much harder for the defense to try and stop a situation like that as opposed to crossing in. But man, Keane's got to get that one. Battling here, but we've got an offside call here against Juve. Keane coming back in from an offside position, challenging Nicolau. 1-0 Juve. Little bit more to kick off the second half here. Here's Fagioli battling with Giassi there. Just couldn't get to that one. They play it to Reccia there. And his pass, awful, cut out by Danilo. But Danilo gets it all wrong and then gets turned by Shomurodov, who's running. Plays it for Reccia. Cross in, and that's cleared out by Locatelli. Locatelli defensively, you guys, is an animal. He is an animal for Juventus defensively out of the midfield. Like, I'm telling you. I know everybody's looking for creation, this Pirlo-esque, whatever, but defensively, this guy is savage, man. Savage. We just need to let the other guys do the creativeness. You got to get Fagioli central. To base. Come on. Wake up, Max. Wake up. At least try it once. Humor me. I know you listen to the show, Max. Come on. Come on. Your grandson definitely listens to the show, I'll tell you that. We got a cross in here. It's going to be corner kick. Spezia. Burabia's on it. Here it comes. Takes it short for Verdi. Verdi now going to pop a left-footed cross. Headed on, but straight at Perin. Giassi with the header there, and it goes straight to Perin. Foul here on Ekdal from Moise Keane. Spezia quickly playing it in. Verdi on it. Again, Verdi is almost back with his center backs. Playing for Ampadu here. He's going to have Nicolau over on the left. Plays it over to him. Nicolau now screening, but he's got Echia on the left flank. He's carrying it forward. He beats Fagioli, but Fagioli had to latch onto his kit, and that's going to be a yellow card. It's okay, Fagioli. Shake it off. Let's go. Got beat relatively easy for a fresh set of legs coming on there, but takes the professional foul, shuts it down. Ball back in play for Spezia. Ampadu over to the right side for Burabia. Over to Amian. Burabia now pops it over the top. Look for Agudelo. Tries to put it in Verdi's path. Does battle now with Luca. Luca plays it to Danilo. Fagioli being closed down by Reccia, and Reccia's going to have a rip, and it's blocked by Danilo. Suiciding him, man. He's got a guy all over his back. You guys are suiciding each other. Got to find options. Got to find them quicker. Come on. Corner kick to Spezia, going back post. Sandro clears it out, but it's just going to go out for a corner kick on the opposite side now for Spezia. Juve taking their positions again defensively, looking to defend this one. Come on, Juve, let's go. Letting this team have this big sense of hope. Corner back post, had a lot of heat on it. Shomunov couldn't keep it towards play, and it goes out for a goal kick. Perin's going to recover. Oh, my God. What a sleeper of a game, everybody. Let's go. We need something to pick it up. Need something to happen to pick it up. Absolute sleeper here. Goal Juve. Pick it up. Couple goals. Perin. Bombs it forward. Again, Keane. Pulls up well short for the challenger. Rugani engaging with Shomunov, but now it's Verdi. Trying to play this through. Locatelli ends up cleaning it up, playing it forward. Vlahovic and Keane, the two of them, can't seem to get in on this challenge. Burabia ends up playing forward. Only as far as Kostic, who puts it back, but back in possession, Burabia. Here's Agudelo playing it over for Reccio's getting very involved here. Jolie goes close. Here's a cross back post. Oh my God, it falls. What a huge block from Danilo there. My God, as Spezia came in and smashed that one. Here's Agudelo again now. 3 Juve defenders around there. Danilo ends up cleaning this one as they tried to find Giesi. Holy smokes. Clearance gone wrong. Headed from Locatelli, ends up hitting Danilo and stopping to a defender, but Danilo ends up coming up with a big block. Giassi in the area, back to Shomunov. Crossed it in for Verdi, who has a one hit, but Perin stops it. All right. So Spezia are coming at us right now. Let's go, Juve. Wake the fuck up. This is awful. Awful start to the second half. And again, we just can't. Again, it makes zero sense to be playing these two strikers up top right now. You've got to get somebody that helps you in terms of ball retentiveness. I'm not kidding. I'd bring Illing Jr. in here. If they want to push up and they want to try to come at us, his pace will destroy him. Here's a cross going back post. It's played back across. Danilo shielding his man. Now Deschilio clears it only as far as Reccia, and Spezia still keeping pressure. It's a right-handed strike, and it's blocked by Locatelli. And now Keane comes back, draws a foul there. That's a yellow. Easy yellow card there. And yes, Reccia's going to get the yellow there. Grounding day, yeah, Groundhog Day all over again. Different games, but the same. Different games, but the same. Frustrating, frustrating. Max, come on, don't let your grandson down. Oh, and here comes Di Maria. Di Maria in the 55th minute. We will see Angel Di Maria. Moise Keane taking the harsh challenger, and he is actually going to be the one that is also subbing off to make way for Angel Di Maria. Okay. Di Maria should help some ball retention and allow us to pull back some control. Makes absolutely zero sense to have two strikers in this game. All right, Danilo calling some directions before he takes his free kick for Juve. And then proceeds to put it right on Ekdal's foot. And then he puts a soft pass back for Verdi, but he gets to it, plays it back for Shomrodov, who does well to retain ball for Spezia. Here comes Verdi, back to Shomrodov. Closed down by Di Maria and Rabiot. Rabiot now moving slowly, looking like he's scanning things out, tries to stop it back, and easily dispossessed. Rabiot, make a decision, my man. Agudelo trying to thread the needle there, but the pass goes off a Juve defender. Pedin stops it from going out of play and then takes his time before picking it up. Come on, Juve. That's too soft, Rabiot. Come on, man. Made a bad decision and he caught you. Like, just don't give up like that. Do not give up like that. Danilo playing it forward for Fagioli, who plays it over to Deschilio. Deschilio slowly inching forward, now inside for Vlahovic. What a hell of a touch there. But he came back from an offside position. So it's going to be Spezia free kick. My God, that touch. Jesus. He's trying to settle it for Fagioli. And the next play was Fagioli taking a header attempt on a ball that was coming down from 25 feet in the air. Here's Reccia. Inside for Ekdal. Back to Reccia. And he's going to have a low cross inside, but Spezia just couldn't handle it. Rugani keeping tabs on Shomrodov there. And Reccia on it for a throw-in for Spezia. Closing in on 58 minutes, everybody. Di Maria has entered the pitch here. See if Juve can start to regain some more ball possession. Essentially, I'll let you guys know for the second half right now, 32% possession so far in the second half for Juve. So that's just the second half so far. Ekdal's going to have a right-footed strike. It's blocked and goes out for a corner kick. My God. The touch of a tree. Like those Lord of the Rings trees there. Big ones. Some days he moves like that too. Oh, corner. Pedin comes out to punch. Starts to Agudelo. He's trying to have it back in. Fakes it. Trying to take on Fagioli. Fagioli does well there. Agudelo trying to meg him, but no such avail. It's going to be a throw-in for Spezia. And Spezia making a change of their own, and there he is. That's their leading goal scorer. He's got 9 goals to his name. Nzola's going to come in, and he's going to take Agudelo off. So he wasn't fit enough to be in there for the entire match, but I said in the Match Day Live, look for him to come into the game later on, and here he is. Now, Shatterstar, I appreciate the credit to Rugani. Yes, he comes in and he does a serviceable job, and that's all we need from him. That's all we need him to do. Nothing more, nothing less. Nicolau. on the ball. Di Maria applying a little bit of pressure. Vlahovic has dropped well off the ball. Goes to Ampadu there. Oh, it gets stuck in there. Rabiot does. It is off Spezia. Man, should be Juve throw. No, they're giving it to Spezia. Verdi leaves it now for Amian. Inside for Barabia. Takes a quick touch. He's going to try to poke this thing across. No, he ends up going backwards for Nicolau, who then finds Rezia. Rezia inside to Giassi. Deschilio closing Giassi down. Now finds its way to Barabia. Barabia inside for Shomurodov. One touch to Nzola. Back to Giassi, but Juve cleans it up. And now we got a couple. Oh, Giassi coming in through the area. Stops for Shomurodov. Shot blocked. And now Rezia. No, sorry. Ekdal keeping pressure on for Spezia. And now Rezia cutting across to his right foot. Over for Amian. Amian has Verdi there on the left. And now he takes it. Tries to cut in, but is cut out by Rabiot. Then played over to Kostic. Kostic, it's literally him running at two Spezia defenders right now. But he's doing well. Buying his time. Doesn't get the foul there. And then Spezia easily pushed out. And look at how far back our midfield is. There is zero desire to get forward. Absolutely zero desire to get up there and cause problems. Maybe a turnover and get after it. That is just, that's piss poor. That is piss poor. There is zero desire to get up there, get that ball back and win and support your teammates even. That is just brutal. Yeah. I don't want to hear anything about what we tried to do from Max Allegri in this one because it is evident right now what you were trying to do. Here's a cross going to the back post. Sandro stops and then Verdi comes in and lashes at a one-time, but it goes off his own man and it'll be a goal kick. Verdi seems to think that that one was probably going to have a good chance of going in goal, but Shomurodov couldn't get out of the way. But to be honest, if it wasn't blocked by Shomurodov, Rugani was directly behind him. That is just I still can't get over the fact not one midfielder advanced to help support that. That is absolutely terrible. Here's Perin on the goal kick. Bombs it forward to his left. And Spezia acts as though they'll engage but lets it go out for a throw. And Ampadu immediately having it in to Nicolau. Puts it over for Rezia. A little bit of pressure here from Fagioli. There we go. Let's go, you guys. Get that line up. Here's headed on from Nzola. Danilo ends up clearing it, regardless of the pressure from Shomurodov. Played forward, and here's Di Maria. Di Maria now. Over for Fagioli. Fagioli scanning. Inside for Luca. Luca told to turn by Fagioli. Great job, and now Fagioli presses forward, or sorry, Locatelli presses forward. Di Maria gets a pass all wrong, but that's okay. Sandro keeps it in. Sandro now moving forward, plays it to Kostic. Kostic has Amian coming in, crosses in, but over Vlahovic, and back post coverage was slow coming in from Deschilio. Come on, you guys, get forward. Sandro. To Locatelli, up ahead for Rabiot, trying to slip the ball through Can. Here's Rabiot still on it, over for Deschilio. Deschilio deep in Spezia's territory, trying to cross it in, and it's going to go out. It's going to be corner kick for Juventus. Come on, you guys, get after that goal. You need at least two here. Come on, let's go. Di Maria on this one for Juventus. 63rd minute, corner kick coming in. Come on, Juve. Get to it. Find this goal. Cross in. Sandro on it at the short side, but it just goes out for a goal kick. Couldn't get that one back in the mixer or even towards goal. Spezia now. Inside to Ekdal, back to Marchetti, who had to come in for Dragowski. Marchetti now pops it over for Rezia, and he's quickly pressed by Deschilio. That's good. Danilo applying more pressure to Giassi. That's good. That's good. Much more of that. Push, move that line forward. Come on. Get those mids up. Support your forwards. Ampadu moving forward on the right side. Ball through inside for Nzola, but Locatelli comes in to sweep that one all the way back to Perin. Perin on it now. Popping it forward for Di Maria. He flicks it on. Rabiot flicks it back to Di Maria. Di Maria now trying to battle in the middle. Finds himself on the ball, and he's going to switch field all the way over for Kostic. Kostic has Sandro supporting him. Played to Sandro, and Sandro's ball over the top. It was just, Jesus Christ, Sandro. Give him something he can run onto. For the love of Christ. He played it to you on your strong foot, too, and you still can't play a ball over the top there. That's a ball I expect a professional to be able to hit. Jesus Christ. Infuriating. Enjoy the catenaccio. I haven't enjoyed it since like the mid-90s, brother. Okay? I will never enjoy the catenaccio. Jeff saying no chemistry whatsoever. Are you telling me these guys train together every day? It's yeah, it leaves a lot to be desired, our play. Let me put it that way. Here's Locatelli inside to Di Maria, plays a ball to Vlahovic, and it's behind him. It's to his back foot on the run he's making forward. He's Vlahovic doing battle, coming back to win the ball. Here's De Chilio on it, just doing everything in his power to survive. Plays it in for Rabiot, takes a couple steps inside on the middle, then slots it over for Sandro. Ball finds its way to Danilo. Danilo inside. Di Maria. Di Maria's going to have a hit, and it's in! Di Maria! Di Maria! Beautiful! Has a hit, low and hard, out of the reach of Marchetti. There you go. Di Maria, easily one of our best players this season. Okay? Di Maria saving Max's blushes and coming in here, and my God. Getting a big one for the good guys. Let's chalk that one up on the board. We have another one, everybody. Di Magico. Di Mamma Mia. Di Maria. And this is what I mean about being decisive. You never know what's going to happen. A ball could take a deflection. One of your teammates could lash onto it. But you knew the second he found that ball and what he was looking at forward at when he turned, that you know what? I'm taking a touch and I'm having a hit on goal. Jesus Christ, our players, okay, outside of Di Maria, be decisive. Make a decision. Do it with conviction. And let's fucking go, all right? 2-0 Juve. We need another goal, everybody. Another one. Goal from the noodle. El Fideo. Has a hit out of the reach of Marchetti. Into the bottom corner of the goal. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Angel Di Maria. It seems like it these days. The only one we can rely on when it comes to finding goals and creating havoc up top. Di Maria again on it. And he's trying to go over the top there for Vlahovic, but he put it well beyond him. And Rabiot can't close that one down. But rather than corner kick, it's going to be a throw-in. Spezia playing games, trying to move it well over. That thing went out just at the corner, but doesn't matter as they just play it backwards. Nicolau now forced to just play it forward after Juve's moved forward quite a bit here. And now Locatelli on it. Locatelli scanning, finds Di Maria. Di Maria on it again, quickly playing it over for Rabiot, who finds himself on the right flank. He plays it forward for Locatelli now, who's gotten forward. Locatelli pops it over the top for Di Maria. Di Maria, what a touch! Have a hit! Oh! Di Maria! A little bit more magic there. That was a fantastic touch. Lovely from Locatelli to find Di Maria there, and that touch, my God, he just got the shot all wrong, but that is better. Much, much better. Spezia now again being pressed backwards. You see Di Maria forward, Vlahovic forward, Fagioli forward, Rabiot forward. That's more like it, everybody. Sandro now applying pressure, but Spezia finds a little lane out. Starting to run back at Juve, but well done by Sandro. Comes back, wins it, and plays it to Perin. So ball with Perin. 2-0 Juventus. Perin's going to bomb it forward. Vlahovic doing battle. Oh my God. Hits his head and drops. Oh, but he's going to get called for the foul. Oh man. Foul on Vlahovic in his battle against Nicolau. Here's Reccia moving forward for Spezia on the left flank. Playing over to Giassi, and Dishilio just keeping tabs on him. Now back for Ekdal. Ekdal inside for Shomurodov, who's dropped back a bit. Now Ekdal inside for Giassi. Tries to take a turn. They're calling for a foul. Nothing doing, waves the ref. Vlahovic doing battle, trying to play the ball out. Dishilio on it now. Rabiot doing battle, does well to weave his way out of trouble. And now he's got Kostic on the left. He finds him. We're at breaking. Kostic tries to play inside for Fagioli. He does. Fagioli now has a hit. Oh, too close to Marchetti. There we go. There we go. Better. I want to get a look on this foul on, well, non-foul because it wasn't called on that play on Giassi there. You got to think they're looking at it. The ref is trying to listen to his earpiece. I just see him reach for it there, but nothing doing. Nothing doing. Yeah, you always keep tabs on the ref. Doesn't look like he's hearing anything, so we should be good beyond that. Let's go. Ball again still with Spezia. Ekdal on it now. Playing to Reccia on the left. Reccia cutting inside. Plays it back for Burabia. Is going to go all the way back to Nicolau. Nicolau's going to switch field for Ampadu. Ampadu's got Amian to his right. Plays it to him. Now he will scan. Has Verdi. Back to Amian. Amian might go inside for Burabia, but decides to go for Ampadu instead. Ampadu. Ekdal drops all the way back to try and pull some strings. Juve, very low on the pressure here. Just in their defensive shell and fine with Spezia passing it around at the back. Giassi now on it. Danilo marking him. Back to Nicolau. Back to Ekdal. Ekdal. Over to the right for Verdi. Verdi cuts in. Little ball over the top for Amian, who ran onto it. He's going to have a low cross in for Giassi, and that's a hit. That's a huge save from Perin. Bravo, Mattia. What a stop from Perin. That was actually worked very lovely by Spezia, and that's a big stop from Mattia Perin. What a save. What a save indeed. Perin, Perin. Here's the corner in, and Perin comes out and grabs it. There you go. Mattia Perin coming up big here. But he's down now. We're going to have a stoppage. Going to have a stoppage. Danilo telling Giassi to get out of here. What a stop from Perin. That was huge. Huge. Oh, I think when Perin came down, he came into Rugani's feet or something and hurt his neck or something. Or hit his head or something. But what a stop. So we're looking at the play on Giassi here. Little bit of a step in from Danilo. I don't think there's much there. No. I don't see much in that one there. Andrew's saying as soon as we get into our defensive shell, bad things happen. I will say this. They did work that one quite nicely. So you saw Amian give the ball back to Ampadu, then went in turn as soon as he moved forward. Verdi dropped back, and then the pass went into Verdi, and Verdi played a one-touch over the top. That's fantastic. That's training pitch. That's training pitch play, guys. You know, that's well worked by them. I'm okay if teams are going to do that. But again, just don't make it so easy for them. Here's Fagioli finding Vlahovic, who finds Sandro, who's getting forward inside for Fagioli. Fagioli's touch lets him down there, but Locatelli comes in to clean it up. Now Sandro tries to chest down. We have advantage for Juve. Locatelli finds Di Maria. Di Maria tried to slip for Vlahovic. Falls to Kostic with a huge rip and well wide and high. Oh, man. Ooh, trying to go that short side is low percentage, man. You literally only have one place you can put that, but that's still much, much better from Juve. Spezia on it now again. Looking long ball over the top for Shomurodov. The flag is up though. He was offside. 74th minute. It's 2-0 Juventus. I'd like to see one more. I'd like to see the 3-0. But this was the final score I predicted. I felt it was going to be a 2-0 victory. But, hey, I don't care. My prediction, who cares? I want the win, and I want this team to get firing. I want to see goals. Giassi is talking way too much. Show him some color, ref. Okay, get some control here. Challenge there. Giassi doesn't like it. Too bad, so sad. Rezia easily coming in high there with the boot. That guy has been working his ass off, though. This Rezia for the left side of Spezia, I will say. He's got good pace. He's physical. Yeah. Di Maria with a lazy pass right off the defender in front of him. Puts his hand up to apologize. DeCilio now on a throw-in. Back to Danilo. Giassi will give light chase. Danilo switches field all the way over for Kostic. Kostic does well to settle that on the byline. Has Amian all over him. Plays it in for Sandro. Sandro twisting and turning very awkwardly, but still getting the job done. Over to Rugani, who plays it to Danilo, who now finds Locatelli, who switches it for DeCilio. Scilio's got Di Maria dropping back. He finds him. He will go to Danilo. Spezia pressing, pushing us backwards. Danilo quickly finding Sandro. Sandro looking over the top for Vlahovic. Oh, man. Ends up just bumping into Ampadu, and both players go down, and the ball just falls to Marchetti. Nice from Sandro. So if that's what we're trying to do, is offer another outlet for our defense to pass to with Sandro coming inside centrally, then that makes a bit more sense. But again, the rest of the pieces have to fall in line. So Giassi, again, trying to work it out that side, but Locatelli comes in, cleans it up. He finds Di Maria. Di Maria giving himself a little bit of space. Pops the ball lovely over the top for Rabiot, and Rabiot with a handball as he just couldn't control it. Man, you're letting teams off the hook so easy there. Just couldn't settle that one. Stop it from touching his hand there. Man. Spezia in control here. Nicolau moving forward. Juve again just in their defensive shell. Danilo stepping in through Shomurodov there. Ball still lies with Spezia. Burabia is going to have a hit, and that always climbing and climbs well over Pettin's goal, who was positioned well, even if it was going on target. All right. Max Allegri having a discussion with some staff on the bench there. Pettin going to put this one back into play as we close in on the 78th minute, everybody. Pettin bombing this thing forward. Vlahovic coming in to contest for it and does well as the defender can only get it as far as Kostic. Back to Sandro. Inside for Luca. Luca turns, now finds Rabiot. Oh my God, Rabiot's touch. Jeez. Just not happening. That link up in that play there. Here's Fagioli doing some battle, trying to cause problems there for Shomurodov. We do get the ball back. Here's Kostic. He's got nowhere to go here. Absolutely nowhere to go. Does well to just slip the ball by Amian. Now Fagioli on the flank there. And that's going to be off Amian. It's going to be Juventus throw-in. And I don't know. So we got a comment here from Busy saying that this is what people mean when they say Luca disappears in games. I don't know, man. I'm not seeing it. And, man, defensively, second half, he's been stout. But disappearing? I don't know, man. He's doing his job. I don't necessarily think he's disappearing. He's done, I don't know. He's done fine, in my opinion. His rating shot up quite a bit from first half to second half, too, on those. I don't know. So many back passes? Well, I don't know. He also found Di Maria on one that he probably wants back to have a better attempt on. He slipped a few balls forward into some attacking areas for Rabiot. He did so to Fagioli once here. I don't know, man. He's doing his job, but at the back, he's been huge. Huge. But the back passes, I mean, look at when our guys get the ball, what options they do have. And it's not just Locatelli. All our guys. More often than not, they don't have many options. So, I get the frustrations with back passes, but hey, it's right across the board. I don't put that down to one player specifically. Spezia's got a player down here. Sandro trying to play it forward for Kostic, but it's cut out by Spezia. Trying to work its way out to the other flank. Shomurodov going back against it, though. Yeah, if anything, I would agree with this. His first half left a lot to be desired, Locatelli, but second half, been solid. How come no big clubs approach us for Perina? I don't care. I don't want him going anywhere. There will be a year, kind of in the offset from when Chesney moves on, that I think Perina's going to be our number one. And we're going to groom a young guy in behind him. But, yeah, I could see it. Illing Jr. now coming in for Kostic. Wonderful. We're going to see Illing for the last 10 minutes of this one. Be fantastic to see him find a contribution as well. So, throw in for Spezia. We're going to have this one into the area. It's flicked on. Di Maria coming back. Oh my God. Suey Locatelli with that ball that Di Maria plays back there. Holy. From 2 feet. I hate those little 1 foot away passes when you're in game. It's like you're so close to one and it's like, is he going to play it back? Is he not? And then next thing you know, it's already on you. Spezia, low cross in, deflected out. It's going to be a corner kick. Hit you guys with some stats in this one right now as we sit. 56% possession for Spezia, 44 for Juve, 15 total attempts for Spezia, 11 for Juve, 5 on target for Spezia, 3 for Juventus. Big chances, still 0 for... Oh, that corner got flicked on, went across goal, but luckily right across goal. 0 big chances created for Spezia. I would consider a big chance on the one Giassi had. That was a big save from Perin, but they're not considering it. 2 big chances created for Juve. We've got the 2-0 lead. Oh, Locatelli steps in there nicely. Pots this one ahead for Illing. Illing's got wheels. Here we go. He's running at Spezia. Oh, tries to have the cross in, but he does get the corner kick for Juventus. I'm surprised he hesitated there. I thought for sure he's taking his man on and going there. All right. Here comes Fagioli over this corner kick. We're at the 83rd minute, Juventini. Come on, do we want that third? Let's add that third. Come on. Fagioli runs over it. Di Maria has it. It's low, doesn't get past the first line. Quickly lashed at by Danilo. It falls. Here's Rugani taking a pop at it. Just floats it wide of the goal. Nicolau inside quickly, and Di Maria giving chase, applying some pressure. Vlahovic, light pressure over on the right side. Fagioli closing down Amiens. They go back to Ampadu. Over for Nicolau. Over to the left for Reccia. Reccia's going to go up over the top looking for Nzola. He chests it down. De Chilio And Rugani keeping tabs there. And Zola's got to go backwards. Plays it inside. Ampadu getting very, very pushed forward here. Very, very advanced. Cross to the back post. Headed out as far as Ampadu. He keeps it in. They won 2 there. Little pass over for Burabia. Burabia plays it forward. Spezia trying to work it around here. Little touches. Locatelli fouled there, but they play it to Illing, and Illing pops it over the top for Vlahovic. Vlahovic can run on. He's got Nicolau there. Oh, he tried to play it across. And then he has a rip, and it goes wide. Oh, my God. Nicolau took a look over his left shoulder and realized there was a player running onto it. And then he took that angle and kind of messed Dusan up there. But Dusan's got to find that pass across if you're going to make it. Or take the guy on, but I think he's running low on juice. That's we're at 85th minute here. Back post cross cleared from Sandro. Fagioli on it. Back to Illing, and then Illing pops it over the top, looking Vlahovic's way. Vlahovic pressured on his back. No foul given. And Spezia continues with their press. Here's a cross into the mixer. Rugani says no. Has it back out. Fagioli just can't keep that in play. Let's go. Reminder, everybody, get those likes up. Come on, get those likes up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, too. We got you covered for everything Juventus. All right. Nicolau. Over to the side here. Burabia. Plays it over. Fagioli. Creating problems for Maldini there. This one's crossed in right into the mixer, headed on, but Perin all over that one. And it wasn't very difficult. 86th minute. That one from Caldera. Perin popped this one over the top. Vlahovic battling there with Nicolau. Hands all over the shirts and everything. Allegri losing it over God knows what. Locatelli moving forward. Oh, dribble gets cut out, but Rabiot switches field for Illing. Illing's 1v1 here. Doesn't decide to take his player on. Plays it to Sandro. Sandro moving forward a bit. Plays it back for Di Maria. Di Maria on the ground for Fagioli. Fagioli stops it for Sandro. Over to Illing. They're just going to kill time. Oh, trying to take his little 1v1 here. How has a cross in just beyond Vlahovic. Stopped by Rabiot. Rabiot, little one touch. Oh, the pass back from Di Maria just couldn't fall for him. Now Spezia tries to come back the other way, but it goes out. It'll be Juventus throw-in. Just couldn't find Zola there. Man. Reading your comments here, and it's just interesting, and sometimes, yeah, it catches me off guard, so I'll slow things down. Here, ball played in for Di Maria. Over to De Sciglio. Back to Di Maria. Di Maria twisting, turning inside there. Gets fouled, but no, nothing doing. Ampadu had hands all over his back, but no, tries to play for Shomurodov, but stepped in there, and now Locatelli cleans it up. Finds Illing Jr. on the left. We're at 88 minutes. Juve's going to want to clean this thing up in possession. Fagioli back to Sandro. Sandro popping it inside for Rabiot. Rabiot's touch lets him down, and Spezia's running back at Juve. Maldini trying to line up a hit, but doesn't work. And now falls back to Perin, who's just going to chew clock. Waits for Shomurodov to get close, then picks it up. Closing in on 89th minute, 2-0 Juventini. Let's go. Start getting ready to talk about your man of the match and your thoughts overall on this one. We're going to do a little bit of post-match wrap-up, but of course, the meal ticket is tomorrow. The meal ticket is tomorrow. That is the post-match podcast, all right? That's Spezia versus Juventus after 90. Here we got Maldini being backed up. Plays it to Rezia. His clearance just gets blocked and out for throw. And Ampadu going all the way back to Marchetti. Marchetti here. Plays it over Amian. Spezia moving around, finding it to Nicolau. Nicolao's got Ezia over to the left. He plays it to him. He's going to move forward. Man, this guy still got good pace for this late in the game, and he continues to fight through that challenge. Cross back post. Headed back. Vlahovic trying to get in there, and Ampadu ends up winning it from him. Vlahovic down. He's pissed about the contact. Thought it was foul. Amian up ahead. Zola. Over to Burabia. Cross in. Cleared out. 90th minute. Here we go. Vlahovic battling with Burabia to maintain possession. Fagioli trying to switch it up and hit Di Maria on that run, but he gets it wrong. It was with his off foot too. Ends up going to Marchetti. We got 3 minutes of stoppage time, everybody. 3 minutes of stoppage time. I love this. Andrew can't decide on his man of the match. Well, that's why I give you a little bit of time at least today. But Ampadu inside, trying to play little 1-2s. Rabiot does well and earns a foul there. No foul given. Recia's going to be able to cross this one in. He does. That's headed on, but over Pedin's goal. Rabiot choked to not get a call there. I thought that would have been called for sure. But here we go. Showing Rugani's pop shot weak attempt there. Nicolau's header. That was a good stop from Pedin. Another good stop from Pedin. We're at 91 minutes. We got 2 more minutes. Pedin bombs it forward. Rabiot just heads it over to Spezia's corner. Ampadu plays it back. Spezia going to try and come around the right side now. They do for Amian. He's got nowhere really to go, so he's got to go backwards. Fagioli now putting pressure, forces them all the way back to Marchetti. It's going to be played forward. Locatelli's going to get involved. Wins it over towards Illing, but Illing was challenged, didn't come away with the ball. Spezia trying to come up that flank, crossing it over to the back post side, and De Sciglio sees it out. He pops it up and then clears it out. And Juventus is going to make a substitution, and with a minute left, Bonucci is going to come into this one. That is hilarious. But here you go. He's going to come in. Bonucci's going to come in. Vlahovic coming out. Bonucci coming on. Doesn't really matter at this point. Let's be serious. But Bonucci will be back there. Rezia coming up here. Here's a cross going to the back post. And Zola couldn't control. It's going to be goal kick for Juventus. We're going to probably run this one down the length and then just pump it forward, and that'll be game. There you go. There you go. Come on. Pump forward. We're at 93. This should kill the clock. You got Di Maria beyond the line at Spezia. It's on the right side. He's going to cut in, have a hit. Oh, he just couldn't curl it back post. Di Maria going for that brace. We're at 93 minutes, 20 seconds. This is going to be the last play. Spezia coming up the right here. Bombs it forward. And that's game, Juventini. All right, we got game. Job done. 2-0 Juve. Who called it? Your boy called it. That's another correct prediction. Okay, and now let's get into some discussion. Have you guys got your man of the match? Who do you guys have for man of the match? Ron Rossitano is going to give it to Di Maria, who came in second half. So Di Maria as man of the match. We have Andrew with a shout for Rugani. Okay. And I think we've got a shout for Perin. Perin, man of the match. Such a safe pair of hands and always in the right position. Did he have enough work to be man of the match? However, that was a huge stop at 2-0 to stop the closing moments from being a hell of a lot more interesting, right? So, interesting shouts from everybody. Apex coming in with Di Maria. Busy saying Perin. Raven saying Perin. Interesting. We got Dagoro, great win. I love underdogs winning. Great fight against one of the best. Holy shit, that's funny. That is funny. I like comments like that. Okay, that's gold. Let's get to... I'll hit you with these particular ratings, okay? And then you can maybe talk a little bit more about man of the match. Because Perin's rating, obviously off the big chance stop, went up. And then he stopped another header from Nicolau. But his rating shot up huge from first half to second half. He finished with 8.7. Okay, 8.7. Rest of the way, Danilo 7.8. Rugani 7.3. Sandro 7.9. Locatelli finished with 7.1. Kostic 7. Rabiot 6.9. Paredes stopped at 6.9. Quadrado 6.7. Moise Kean 6.8. And Vlahovic 6.6. Now, your substitutes. Di Maria finished with 7.2. Illing came in too short a time, doesn't qualify. Fagioli gets a 6.5. And then DeShilo gets a 6.6. Man of the match. Man, I'm shocked he only finished with a 7.3, but Daniele Rugani had one clean ass match. And I remember saying to myself throughout this game, like, man, he hasn't put a step wrong. He didn't put a step wrong. So I actually do think Rugani should be considered for it. Di Maria is magical. He gets the goal, the insurance goal. Moise Kean got the first one there, but didn't do enough for man of the match for me. Di Maria, you could make the argument. I think Perin, I think I'd go between Perin and Rugani personally for man of the match. But Perin, Rugani, I'm going to go with Rugani. You know what? The guy's been doing his job for all of last year and being reliable when called upon. Hell, I'm going to give it to Rugani. Rugani's my man of the match, all right? Now, let's get to some overall thoughts. Everybody, you're looking at the stats, and we'll go through it all. Obviously not as convincing as everybody wanted, as that gung-ho get after it. You finished with 58% possession in favor of Spezia. 42, obviously, to Juve. 18 total attempts for Spezia. Okay, 18 total attempts for Spezia. A team as offensively weak that played a large majority of this game without their top striker. Juventus finishes with 15 total attempts, only 3 on target. Spezia did put 7 on target. So, again, Perin. Big chances. They'd not given Spezia a big chance, but I do consider Giassi's attempt a big chance. So I'm going to give them 1. Juve with 2 big chances. We missed 1 big chance, but we end up winning the game 2-0. You guys heard it, watching it with me here, and the frustrations that I have when we do get forward and we can challenge and we can create more and put teams under more pressure. We don't. Today, we saw oftentimes our forwards would get forward. We would have a wing back there, and our midline would be so far beyond the ball. That is just infuriating for me. And for a team that continues to not score goals and not have a lot of convincing wins to their name, that is just asinine, you guys. That is just asinine. We need to be put under pressure. We need to be getting the ball back quicker and then getting our forwards in positions where they can try and do some damage. 2 strikers didn't make sense once this game started going down and you start feeling... And I mean, to be honest, we kind of called it before the match started. We said it doesn't make sense just for the fact that your midfield being Rabiot, Paredes, Locatelli doesn't make a whole lot of sense out of where this creation is going to come from. So naturally, as we started to find Di Maria more in the second half, we started to pick things up. That game was shouting for a change in the midfield and to get away from two strikers. It's a hell of a lot different when you pair two strikers, and one of those strikers is Milik. But it's when you have Vlahovic and Keane, that makes zero sense because Milik can link up play and he can get involved and he can help in terms of build up and creation. Milik and Keane, Keane and Vlahovic, that's not either one of their games whatsoever. So it changes drastically. But we got some shouts here for just Dusan being awful. So Jeremiah not mincing words at all. Dusan was awful, terrible. It was a very bad showing. But again, how we were playing, whatnot, and we couldn't hit him. We couldn't hit him for the life of us. There was a couple sequences I could think of in the first half. There's one play, I think he would have ended up being offside, but my God, Rabiot just didn't even come close on a pass. And again, in general, our passing is so inaccurate, and we leave a lot of good potential opportunities. We take them away from ourselves, just based on our ability to hit players on passing. So again, some frustrations there. In terms of the setup, I'm going to ask you guys this. In general, how does everyone in the chat feel about the trident? Do you want to see Juventus continue with the trident, or should we pull back, play something like we did today, splitting up Chiesa and Di Maria? What do you actually think is best for Juventus? Or I also make the other argument that it's not so much the fact of whether we play with the trident or not and whatnot, but it's more this fact that it's the approach. Again, it's this gap. No matter if you're playing a 3-5-2 or 4-3, it's this gap between your forwards and your midfielders and getting them all in sync and together. All right? For me, it's that. It doesn't matter. Trident, without trident, I'm fine either way. But for me, I think the biggest issue with Juventus is our approach. I think it's way, way too soft, if I'm being serious. So, again, love to hear everybody's thoughts here. Swari coming in saying absolutely played the trident. Okay, absolutely play the trident. All right, fair enough. All in on that one. Andrew, you were saying Dusan is a run-in behind poacher. He's not a Dybala or Di Maria. You can't expect him to do it all on his own. He needs service. He needs service, but our guys need support. Those gaps we saw today between Kostic, Vlahovic, whatnot, and then our midfielders, my God, that is so tough to watch. Okay, extremely tough to watch, and just us not wanting to apply pressure and put Spezia under and just get this thing sealed, whatnot. But nonetheless, we still did end up finding the sealing goal through Di Maria. And again, I can't stress and highlight this enough. You have to factor in the roster. You have to factor in these guys. Because there's a big difference. When I'm watching these guys play, and you guys heard me yell. You heard me yell a couple times saying, pick something, make up your mind, and be decisive about it. What does Di Maria do the second he's got that ball? You know what's coming. You could tell in the intent, just in the way he was taking one touch, and he looked out. He's like, I'm having a hit, and boom, he had a hit. The rest of our team, for the large part, second guesses themselves, and you can actually see it. You can actually watch the game and feel that. You could feel that uncertainty in a large portion of our roster. There's only very few that you don't. And that's a problem. That is a big time problem. And that's something that I don't like seeing. And I think Max needs to work on that with these guys. And I'm shocked that you could be at this point, this stage in the season, and not have the wherewithal or the balls to be realizing and understanding where and when you need to take a hit, or you need to sacrifice yourself. Yes, you're going to get, this guy's going to go right through your ankle, but you know what? I might get the PK there. Like, we shouldn't be second guessing these things. It's unbelievable how hesitant we are in the final third, a large portion of our roster. And that needs to be worked on by Max Allegri, without a doubt, in my opinion. That's the one thing in this game that stood out the most for me, and it stands out a lot in other matches as well, but today, like a sore thumb, it stuck out. That just cannot, it's wild to me how much that happens. Now, we'll get some of your thoughts and everything, and Jeremiah agreeing, yes, too hesitant, and puts that on coaching, saying that's a coaching issue. Swati agreeing that we are far too hesitant as well. Dell's saying that they need direction. Maybe world-class players can think on the spot, but others need direction. Fair enough. So even if you're going to put that on Max, and like I'm saying, I notice it. Max has to notice it. It's up to him, though, because it's his job as a coach to get these guys fired. So if they're missing opportunities where that should be their read, I fully expect a coach to make those corrections. But again, Sweaty saying some of our players are far too indecisive and hesitant. Yes. Yeah. So we're all kind of in agreements in terms of that. We've gone over man of the match. Guys, this game, for a large majority of it, was a snail's pace. And, Juventus historically has been this team that can play down to its opposition. And, and very rarely do you see us come out and absolutely thrash opponents. And it's just, that's been one of our things. This season, it's frustrating because you want that sign. This game, we wanted that sign, okay? You want that sign because you know that on the backside of this, on Thursday, you have Nantes in France for the second leg. So we wanted to be fully confident. We wanted a good showing, something we can build off. I ask all of you in the chat right now, did this game deliver some hope or some confidence that we can go out there in France and get the job done? For me, before I start reading all your replies and everything, for me, I feel the exact same as I do about this team. I don't know what to expect from them. I don't know what approach they're going to take, and I don't know who's going to show up and who isn't going to show up from one game to the next. I would have loved for us to go in here guns blazing, get Duchamp firing, get Di Maria involved, and the midfield having some more understanding. But we come out in a midfield that I would never expect us to play against Nats, and maybe that's the reason why he did it. So maybe we will get Fagioli against Nantes there. Maybe we can get Fagioli in there, okay, and play him as one of our midfielders. The Trident, are we going to see the Trident? Hey, we need goals. We need to score goals, and we need to get the job done. Again, half the battle is the approach. So while we talk about this and this game, are we going to get the job done in France? What Juventus is going to show up? This match, the last match, the first leg against Nantes, and even the coming match against Nantes will remain the same as I said it was before. It is Juventus versus Juventus. We still have not found our bearings. We are closing down to late February. We have still got a lot of work to do, but half the battle is the approach. This team should have come into here on a Spezia team that was playing without their top striker to start the game. Has a makeshift backline using a midfielder as their main center back, okay? Has a makeshift backline. A team that only has two teams that have scored less than them in Serie A, okay? A relegation battling side. And we still didn't put the boots to them and still approach them in that safe manner. That is why it is extremely difficult to build confidence in this team moving forward. In France, okay, we need to see the exact opposite of what we got. We need to see them guns blazing. We need to see them go at them, apply pressure, and sure as shit, this game today, we cannot see such a large gap from our defense and mids to our forwards, okay? We had a tough time trying to crack Nance when we had the right approach. If we play like that, we're going to even have a tougher time over there. So I want to see all those things corrected and see us have the right approach. For me, half the battle has and always will be the approach, and that's why I say this is Juventus fighting against Juventus. We are our own worst enemy. Max needs to unleash and get out of the shell, okay? But I think he needs to make a tweak into the middle of the pitch. We need two base and have that advancing midfielder. Still play a three-man midfield, but have one of them advancing out of the central position. I think it'll make a world of difference, especially if you're going to have Chiesa up and Di Maria up. Again, that's what I think. Now, let's get to some of your comments here. Are you kidding? I know. They're not instilling confidence. I know. But it's more about finding out where you guys are at going into this one. Now, Dell's saying, only if we score first will he have the confidence. But in all honesty, they outplayed us for large parts of that game. I don't know if I would say that Nats outplayed us for large parts of that game. They still literally only got that counterattack goal. Otherwise, they put nothing at us, really. I can't think of any time in that game I was honestly threatened outside of that. So I think this game is for Juve. Again, it's Juve battling Juve. It's up for us to go out there and grab it. But this team hasn't been that team to go out there and just impose their will and take it. But that's what they need to become on Thursday. Hey, fingers crossed that they do. Animesh will have confidence as long as Paredes is on the bench against Nats, and then we will win comfortably. Hey, fair enough. I don't want to see him start that game. Absolutely not. Now, Sweaty, we can absolutely knock out Nats. If Chiesa and Di Maria fire on all cylinders, then Nats will be put to the sword. Hey, I'm hoping, okay? I'm praying. I want nothing more than that to go down, okay? But again, wasn't the best showing for the Trident in the last outing. I also think Di Maria does not have a full match in him. So you got to ask the question if maybe splitting them up to spread out that threat is something you got to do, because if we go at it and empty the clip and nothing comes of it, and then again you're looking for some of these outside sources to be that impact, that could be trouble too. So again, it's interesting, and I was asking you guys if you want the Trident or not. I don't know. We'll see. But I am also not scared to use guys like Sule and Illing Jr. and whatnot, because I think Illing Jr.'s pace could kill. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, in one of those supporting attack roles, he could do some damage. Sule can definitely do some damage, but he's got to be up in the attacking area. So I'm not scared to start those guys. But again, is what it is. Apex says, I am not a fan of starting younger players in a must-win game away from home. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, so we are not at home on Thursday. We're not at home. We already played them at home. So we're in France on Thursday. So you are right. We are away from home. I don't know. I have no problem with the young guys. The guys that have this season, our young guys have given us all that we could ask for. So I have no problems there. I have no problems. Dells saying Nantes were chanting Serie B after the match. We have to beat them. Exactly. You know what the funny thing is that we talk about this Juve side not being one that can impose their will, go out there and do it. If I look at the roster, yeah, we have some roster gaps, but it's still, what we're seeing, I truly do believe we're capable of more. Okay. We're definitely capable of imposing our will on some of these sides, but this safe approach, it's sad. And when they did that in our house, chanting Serie B after the match, you know what? Take it to them. If you can't get up for this game in France on Thursday, you don't have a ticker, okay? And I question the grinta juice in your nutsack, like my boy, the Juve barber, said on the Match Day Live today. That made me laugh. Grinta juice. But yeah, I do really, really question these guys hard if they can't get up for this one. Guys, I appreciate all of you guys and the great comments. All right. I'm glad you guys like the watch alongs. It's something I want to do a lot. And Andrew saying thanks as always. The commentary improves every game, and he appreciates everything we do. I appreciate all of you allowing me to do that and joining me for it, because it's awesome sharing the reactions with each and every one of you. I'm glad we got the victory. It's 2-0. And make sure you're with us tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll break this thing down a little more thoroughly. We'll look at player performances, and maybe we'll start to get some insight as to what we can do on Thursday, okay? Again, thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your weekends over here. For me, it is a long weekend for Family Day weekend. I'm going to go and do exactly that. Enjoy some time with the family, knowing Juventus got the win and the clean sheet. Take care, everybody. As always, fino alla fine. Forza Juve. Ciao tutti. We'll talk to you all in the morning, all right? Take care.